feel like an animal stuck in a cage and I'm ready to break out. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. This time, like the last time, you better get ready to race to the top. I'm ready to do this, show you what the truth is. I step on the field, it's time to get real, I'm feeling so ruthless. My time.
And welcome back to the Shore, Asbury Park, New Jersey, Week 3 of Season 12 of the A7FL Games of the Week. I'm Corey Hammond alongside LJ Smith, and we're bringing you Silk City Animals versus the Virginia Heathens, our 1 o'clock game on this weekend's Games of the Week. And we have an interesting matchup. We haven't seen the Animals in a couple of weeks. They get their brand new, very shiny, LJ, red unis, and they're ready to go. But first, we're going to talk about the Virginia Heathens, who last week we saw them early on kind of go toe-to-toe with the U. Game got out of hand later, but they're coming into this week's game with upset on their mind, and Lenny Headrick at the quarterback.
Yeah, Lenny was making plays downfield. Obviously, if you're looking at these highlights here, he was balling. They came up short last week. He's going to bounce back this week. I think expect a big game out of him.
And what we saw against the U last week from Lenny Headrick, is that he was able to make a bunch of really big plays. You could see them here in the highlight reel. More importantly, though, I talked to the Heathens and the team, their coaching staff. He more won them over with his heart and his willingness to go out there and fight for his team. And a team that coming into this year, LJ, was talking a lot about the quarterback position, and the two guys hypothetically in front of him on the depth chart, a former champion in John Gauze, Ace Boogie, and Ryan Burrows, who was their kind of, air quotes, Captain America. It's more important to them that Lenny shows up and puts it on the line, and this is starting to become a quarterback battle that's up in the air to see who will even continue moving forward for this team.
Yeah, so quarterback play is going to be used, like you said, in this game. It's going to come down to, again, how bad Menzel wants it. He's got a tough opponent. Tender's not, Tender's the real deal. What did you say when he's smiling? He's what?
He's Mr. Marketable.
Mr. Marketable, lights, camera, action, all that good stuff. But like I said, you don't want to drive up. You want to drive up and take that trip from Virginia up 95 north and go home with you. You start having different thoughts. Different things. Think about different things.
Well, they got to get off to a fast start. And as for the Animals, as we see the really great plays last week from the Heathens defense when they had to man up against the U. But when we talk about the Animals, they're going to have a different approach to this game. They're not 0-2 like the Heathens looking for an upset. They're 2-0 and still looking to make their statement on this league. And as you see here, it's going to start with David Tender and another Baltimore guy, Amari Thomas, the all-everything running back that in week 1 was able to get 3 touchdowns on the board early.
Tender is one of those guys, like you said, very marketable, very calm in the pocket. See how he's laying these highlights, he's just using them legs, giving his players downfield some time, and booyah, right in that chest.
We were talking about it pregame. He's one of the more unique type of players in our league. A lot of times guys are either better at running or better at passing into the position. To me, he seems adequate at both in every sense of the word, and more than adequate, he can burn you on special plays with his legs and by firing the ball for way downfield shots, as you see coming up. Not on this play because he's going to take off. And look, to me, the key to this season is David Tender's health for the Animals. But really, the key to today's game, as we see the two rosters putting it on there, if the Heathens can stay in this game early and put pressure on the Animals, who don't look like they have their full staff, they may be able to stay in this game and wear down an otherwise electric offense in the Silk City Animals. So that will bring us to the throw-off, and it will be the Animals starting with the ball. Marty Marcel throwing off for the Heathens, with number 19, Cameron Staggs, at the bottom of your screen in the Scully.
And for Silk City, look, who do we have returning here, Corey?
They're wearing the Scullies. They got the shiny unis on. I can't even see the number. There's such a mirrored glare coming off this Asbury Park sun. I'll tell you a little bit better once I see him running around. Could be Divine Epps back there. But here's the throw off.
And here we go, folks.
And that's a live ball.
That's a live ball?
And the Heathens will get it. It went the requisite yardage. It went far enough to the 25, which means that perfect, almost like a chip shot on a golf green, that backspin on the ball gives the Heathens 1st and 10 with great field position. What a great way to start the game for Virginia.
That's just low IQ. Again, you've been talking about this for weeks, and I've been waiting for you for that A7FL style of onside kick, right?
Yeah, and that's it.
And then booyah, there you go. Heathens.
And that's not even the get-back rule, LJ. That's just a well-placed, well-thrown ball, and the bounce went their way. That was Amari Thomas on the return. Sorry to narc on a Baltimore guy, but call me McNulty. Lenny Manziel in the backfield with a surprise 1st and 10, and Charles Sharp on the motion.
Manziel shotgun set. Inside hand to the big boy. Gains about 3 yards on the play. Manziel, listen, I'm liking so far, right? Get that inside handoff, get the inside zone, make those DBs think about that play action, and then here comes Manziel. What? I got a feeling, Corey. I just got that feeling.
Well, on 1st down, you get the 4 yards on the inside run. You kind of like them setting up the motion. It gives them an idea of what kind of coverage the defense is in. It also allows for the offensive line to find their blockers, their assignments, get a man on a man, and it brings up 2nd and 6.
Toss over here to the left, the big boy up again, running. Whoa! Now, question about that. He went low like that. Remember before, it used to be illegal. Can we do that now?
Well, you have to make the wrap attempt, and it looks like that's Rob Long maybe out there on the play, going from his 13 number last year to number 4. Led the league in interceptions, if that is Long. But the toss gets a couple of yards. It's good play there for both teams. And it's a manageable 3rd down. Remember, there are no field goals. So we're pretty much at 4-down territory for the Heathens.
3rd and 4, Manziel. Another inside hand to the big boy. None of that, sir. None of that.
And that time it looks like Mean Machine Nick Mays, another guy playing for New Jersey from the Baltimore area, making a big stop.
Mean Machine's back.
On 3rd and 3, and it was Jeff LaPera that cleans up the tackle. And what could have been disaster for the Animals with that botched 3-on-1 return gave the Heathens a great opportunity, spotted them some yards and the ball early. But again, if they can't pick up this 4th and 3,
oh my God,
and the Animals make the stop, momentum shifts right back over to Silk City.
That's right, 4th and 3, Manziel, zip, Asbury Park, New Jersey.
There's Keon Charles on the jet.
Keon Charles, what play call? None of that. Bow! None of that. Animals defense come through one time.
And it's a shame because in a great opportunity and a great field position situation, turnover type of, way to start the game for the Heathens, you'd love to see at least one of those downs. A forward pass attempt, put Lenny in the positions last week that made him successful. They're almost too conservative with the play call, and they turn the ball over downs without even picking up the first.
What was he thinking? I can't get one forward pass call.
You got the listen. You got the twins. You could have went slant. Speed out and got 3 yards. But either way, turnover on downs, and they give David Tender the ball 1st and 10 at his own 18.
1st and 10, Tender with an inside hit off here.
It's Amari Thomas with some space.
What a blocking. You could just a pathway there. And ran up close to the 37. She's run, Corey. It looked like you ever see Moses? Was that movie Moses when he split the water
in the Red Sea? It was the red offensive line parting the Black Sea there. A little bit different part of the Mediterranean.
Right.
But it's Amari Thomas this time. He's treating this like the 3-on-1 he missed.
Yes.
Getting into open field, showing the speed, and a great play by Cameron Staggs to save the touchdown.
Because that should have been 6.
But a great play to start the drive, and the Animals in business at the other 40.
And was in business indeed. Another inside hit on blocking. Some great blocking. Looks like again about 7. Oh man, that line of scrimmage looking like they're getting physical early, sir.
And it's a really big gamble when you're playing defense against David Tender and this Animals team, and you go with a safety and you go with tight coverage on the wide receivers, because as you saw in the first 2 plays, they're schematically, they just have nobody in the middle of the field to stop that run game, and it's not working out for them. Maybe they should load up the box a little bit more.
2nd and about 4. Tender has yet to throw in a pass. The fans are calling his name, but that line of scrimmage is moving. Drops back. Tender up top, chicken box. Can he make a catch? Oh, try to make adjustments. Out of bounds. Great.
And that time he goes to the fade route. There was a free rusher. It was actually Keith Salmons. Shout out to RTU.
RTU.
On Instagram and wherever you find social media type things. But the free rusher forces the quicker throw maybe than Tender was ready for. But honestly, on the first down run for about 7 yards, brings up a manageable 3rd. And again, this is 4 down territory for the Animals. So taking the shot from Tender just keeps the defense honest.
Look, he's smiling. You know he's comfortable already. This man's about to convert. Quick pass over here. Can he make a tackle? Whoa, great tackle indeed.
And they set up the rocket screen, and they had blockers in front. But again, it's our man Wheeler. Running down, scraping down the defensive line, and from the defensive tackle position gets on Larry. I'm probably going to make the mistake at some point, LJ, and call him Trey. Just because when you see Wingo and we're talking sports, it's got to be Trey.
That's right.
But Larry Wingo on the rocket screen is stopped, bringing up another big 4th down early in this game, this time for the Animals to convert.
Huge. This is where Tender got to make his payday.
Thomas in motion.
Spread formation. He got some time. Tender. Up top, soft touch. Can he make that catch? Whoa, incomplete.
Oh, and he had it for a couple of steps, but never secured the ball. And Keith Salmons,
look at his face.
I think he's looking right at us to say something.
He talking to Corey, he talking that smack.
I gave you credit, bro.
Let him know.
Big play on 4th. Wow, this is actually a really well-thrown ball.
Yes,
this is tight coverage.
He put that Corey Hammond
Rusher
touch.
coming in his face. We know Wheeler's right there.
That's a Corey Hammond touch right there.
That's who David Tender is. He's got the touch to make that kind of throw, with the speed to run like Sterry Codrington. But the wide receiver has to make the play for him. Does it? Great play from the Heathens. And after the first 2 drives, we're still at 0-0, 9:17 left in this first. Here's Manziel.
We want Manziel. Manziel looking at shake and bake. No. None of that.
And he went right into juke mode, because basically it's a jailbreak on the offensive line and the defensive line.
I'm sending everybody.
If there's 3 guys in on you, 1 second into a pass play, and you're already juking.
That's nickel under smoke right there.
Under something. And it'll bring up 2nd and long. Big play from the Animals defensive line. And it wasn't just one of them. It was all of them.
It's going to be tough to slow down the Animals D-line. And now you got Nick Mays back, Mean Machine, number 6 at the end. Oh, boy. You got to watch that, ladies and gentlemen. Manziel making some adjustments at the line. Drops back. Manziel looking. Deep pass up top. Can he get there? Whoa, interception. Interception.
And that is Robert Long. I think that's his first of this season. First wearing number 4. But he is no stranger to making big-time interceptions on overthrown balls. That time he looked more like a center fielder, because the pressure gets to Lenny off his back foot, has to adjust the angle, sails on him a bit.
Yep.
And the Animals take advantage. Turnover. And it'll be once again David Tender and the Animals offense back on the field for 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Tender back on offense.
Looked like a double tight set.
Amari in the backfield drops back. Tender. He got some time, making some adjustments. Will he use the legs? Of course he's going to use them legs. Hit it with the blip. Going out of bounds. He's very calm. He's very cool, collected.
And look at him. He's just having fun out there. He's got 2 big guys on him in no pads, full contact league, smiling at the sideline, looking for somebody to pitch the ball to. Just the kind of composure you expect to see from a big-time player. And it's interesting, the setup that they had the double tight run set, go straight into the pass. But when you have the legs and the shiftiness of David Tender, that first down is easy to get. It was Cal Bone he made miss in space. Not an easy guy to make miss. 1st and 10.
First and 10, Tender. Shotgun set, looking for that deep ball.
Ooh, and it's almost undercut.
He could have.
That's an underthrown ball in the crossing route. It was Cal Bone on the pressure, and Izzy makes the defensive play.
What?
Almost a big-time interception. David Tender's got to put a little bit more zip on that one.
Izzy's supposed to catch that, man. Izzy, you were there. You hawked him down.
And here's the value of Amari Thomas. He picks up the blitz, and that's just great footwork in the pocket.
Right there, Izzy,
but the same touch pass that almost worked, that time doesn't. And to me right now, the Animals, they're looking for a go-to receiver. And if one of the storylines we've missed this season has been the Animals, they lost one in the offseason to BIC. Here's Amari Thomas.
Amari Thomas runs hard. Amari Thomas runs hard. Gave him about 8, close to that first, sir.
And the Animals' run game seems to be enough for them if they keep going to it. They're still going to look for the pass, but really having trouble to find anyone except for that quick screen. But here's Amari Thomas doing what he can do.
Those DNs, they crashing down too hard, and look, 101 inside, and just split that.
Yeah, they're worried about Tender
Yep.
passing or running himself. Can't forget about Amari.
3rd and 1, play action. Tender using them legs. You can't get him. He got too much speed. Got too much speed. Got too much speed out of bounds. Looks like he hooked him down to about the 12. 1st and 10.
And the bind that a guy like David Tender can put you in, he hasn't completed a pass that isn't a rocket screen yet, but yet the defense still has to cover everyone downfield, including Amari Thomas. So it's a one-on-one with a guy wearing number 99 against David Tender.
He gave up. 99 gave up. He tapped out.
Listen, whether he gave up or he got a little bit tired, it's still a mismatch. The Animals exploit on 3rd and 1, and it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Tender. He's a little deep back there. That's a run. I got a feeling. No, play action. Tender, cross pass, incomplete. Very low actually on that one, Corey.
Nah, he's been missing on those crossing routes, and he's really had a little bit more trouble than we've expected with him coming into this season. Has the shallow cross wide open.
Yep.
Kind of sends it in the dirt. Listen, for all those quarterbacks at home learning, as good as David Tender is, he still overextends on that front foot, and that's when you throw the ball in the ground. Got to work on those mechanics. Listen, he can make the non-mechanical throws way better than I ever could. But when I saw him overextend, I knew it was going in the dirt.
2nd and 10, play action. Tender. Another crossing route, very short. Can't get there, Corey.
And what he's used to, LJ, in his career in the A7FL is he's been a victim of relatively poor offensive line play. You know, maybe we'll say average if we talk about all the teams in the league.
He's used to running for his life.
He's used to pressure in his face. So what you'll see here is that right foot when he throws this ball is the back step as he's throwing it. And where does that right foot go back? That's where the ball goes. The fundamentals on their footwork, David Tender, are going to be the difference on that play between a touchdown and an incompletion, bringing it up 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. Shotgun set motion here. Tender got to make a play. Just quarterback sweep to the right. And you know what's happened? He says, I'm just going to take it upon myself and call my own number here.
Footwork also involved on this play. Not as much on the footwork to throw, but the footwork to get the first down. And if David Tender can't complete a pass, he's still one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in this league. As visible, 3rd and 10. They call him on a run. He gets it easily, LJ.
Yep.
And it's a run all the way here. And that's Cal Bone, one of the better players at defensive end in this league. Makes him look like he's missing. That's Marty Marcel playing linebacker out there. Still can't get him.
Pass. It looks like that's a touchdown. Let's see what the ref's going to call. Touchdown. Get 6 up top.
And he still hasn't completed a pass deeper than 5 yards, but who cares when you get 6 points for it? Touchdown, Animals. Touchdown, Tender. And here's the rollout. This is Spider 2 wide banana if I've ever seen it. You got the flat, you got the banana in the back. And that touchdown brought to you by No Limit Performance meets technology with No Limit biometric wearables. David Tender is 100% ready and has no limit to what he can do in this game. This will be a 2-point extra point conversion. Again, there is no kicking in the A7FL, so we have to watch football plays, which is much better. And here's the pressure.
Can he make a catch? Oh, he couldn't make that adjustment. So the score is going to remain 6-zip, 3:20 left in the first.
And so with a lot of running the ball, the Animals have dominated this first quarter so far with 3:20 left. Silk City gets on the board 6-0. Now, if you're running around like that and you're David Tender and you missed the end of last season or a lot of it due to injury, maybe go start your game right at Tape Me Up. Trainer Steve gives you next level professional athletic training and taping services from ankles to cleats. Trainer Steve has got you pre-wrapped, taped, and covered. For more, scan the QR code or go to tapemeup.net to make sure you're taped like a pro.
Listen, Heathens had the ball twice. They're only down 6-zip. I'm not mad.
We saw what Keon Charles can do, and it appears to be Keon Charles, hypothetically, back there for the 3-on-1. It will be David Tender throwing it off. He's got the arm. Can he make the tackle if called upon?
And here we go, folks. An opportunity for someone to make a play. First he's hitting that sideline. Yup, he hit that sideline, trying to hit that corner. Oh, good run indeed.
And you see the explosiveness from Lion, Keon Charles. If he didn't stumble on that first move to the right, maybe he has enough acceleration to get to the edge, but that's good field position to start. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Lenny Heedrick, the 36-yard line.
Corey Hammond, a fan just texted me. They want to know, in your prime, quickly, in Tender's prime, who's better, Corey Hammond or Tender?
Well, one kept changing teams. One has only been on one.
In your prime?
In my prime.
Throw accuracy.
Throwing accuracy, come on.
Okay, so
David Tender.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Come on. We just saw him in the first couple of times of that drive. I probably would have hit the shallow. Wouldn't have got the runs first down, though. 1st and 10 for the Heathens.
Another inside handoff, none of that. None of that.
And listen, their big guy in the middle is getting the yards that they need when they call upon him. Listen, number 25 for the Heathens is Lure One. And for those who don't know, that's how someone from Baltimore pronounces Lil One.
Right.
This is the big guy.
What if it's my little brother? What do you call him?
Lore brother, I believe.
It's my little brother?
Shout out to Douglas. We're just coming up with names on the fly. 2nd and 6.
Oh, gotcha! And who is that? Mean Machine? Mean Machine.
Known for a long time, productive career out of Baltimore. Played a long time for the Gators. John Gauze's number one option when things went wrong. He's one of the better two-way defensive line tight ends we've ever seen in this league. And on 2nd down, makes a big play in the backfield to force 3rd and long.
Better block that man. Mama, there goes that man. Better block him. It's going to be a long day, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, Douglas, the running back, has been their feature back, and he's been able to churn out that tough yardage, maybe trying to wear down this Animals defense. But again, when you got a guy like Marty, 2D apartments in the backfield.
Marty's on offense, yes.
Maybe something we could see here.
Here we go, Menzel. Looking for that deep ball, Menzel. Who is he throwing to on that one, Corey?
He's got one-on-one coverage. Robert Long is all over Keon Charles. That's a matchup that I think the Heathens want. It's a matchup that the Animals have been winning. Robert Long with the big-time coverage.
He's smiling. Robert Long looks like he's in his bag right now. He's like, you ain't getting nothing. Come on, man. Stop running that route. You wasting your time.
And honestly, this is the first time I think Rob Long has played a game, not only in the number 4, LJ, but without the ski mask covering his face. This is his introduction to the league. And you see here, as tight a coverage as you can get in the A7FL without cheating, there's just nothing Keon Charles can do there because the ball's thrown into the wind. It's maybe a play he can make an adjustment on, but when you're covered that tight, it's almost better to let it go incomplete. And here's the throw off.
And Heathens are punting here.
And they do throw it out of bounds, but it's not a good look to throw at the close sideline because you lose a lot of yardage because it goes out of bounds a lot quicker. And where they were trying to pin them deep, the Animals will start 1st and 10, their 3rd drive from the 27. 1 minute, 4 seconds left in the first quarter. Silk City with the 6-0 lead.
let's take a look now. Tender now took the mask off. He's feeling comfortable. He got his legs in him. Shotgun set.
Larry Wingo in the slot, and it's Rob Long, wide receiver, out wide.
Oh, Tender. Play action. Tender looking for that cross pass. Oh, good pass to Long. Long got that speed. Long hit him up. Blip. Woo! Hey! Try to cut back there. Go right back to the sideline, young man. Give me some block downfield. Give me another block. Give me another block. Whoa! Right there. Good pass. What a catch.
Well, we know he can catch. We saw it on the interception.
Woo!
And with the Animals looking for a wide receiver to make a play, they bring in their corner. This is not your mother and father and grandfather's cornerback, ladies and gentlemen. He got hands. The ball's tipped here, which means that maybe that's in his wheelhouse. But more impressively is he turns this almost into a pick six situation.
That's right.
As we've seen him do before. And he makes, I think, about 5 Heathens miss, cutting back and forth, and that will be the last play of the first. And a big-time play from the Animals' corner. Switching sides, playing wide receiver, catching the slant, and ending our first quarter. That throw by our no-limit player of the game brings up No Limit Performance Apparel. Biometric shorts deliver real-time performance data to help you train smarter and recover faster. So to learn more about how technology can work for you to get you better at what it is you choose to do, scan the QR code or visit nolimit.pro to learn about the cutting-edge tech to get better at your performance. No Limit. Train smarter, recover faster. So we'll start this second quarter. Animals on the move again. Really having fun with this Heathens defense at times. And you're starting to see the swagger of David Tender building on first down. Here's the handoff.
He almost had him there at the line of scrimmage. Wow, what a run. We got to look at that replay. He had him shook, he paused him, and then he gained about 8 yards. That was a great run by 24.
Yeah, he gave him the move because it should have been a loss in the backfield.
Look at this.
And that's Marty Marcel. He knows about making men miss.
You almost got me.
A7FL put his highlight up. Animals return the favor on first, 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3, play action. Tender looking for another cross route. Cross route's good. What a pass and what a catch. First down, Animals.
And that's a long time since we've seen that play work for him. I'm being sarcastic. That's the exact same play that Rob Long took. Here's the slant, opens up, throws it in the window. That's the accuracy we expect from David Tender. And Larry Wingo catches it for a 1st and goal.
Listen, you want to play man on damn running crossing routes. You go cross, you take 5 yards in, you take 5 yards, you take 7. Somebody's going to be open.
Macho, one of the double tights, number 1, raises his hand.
Another inside handoff. He's too elusive. He got a lot of speed, better hold on to that ball.
And Amari Thomas tackled at the edge, looks again his counterpart as the running back, Marty Marcel, to the apartments. That time chases Amari Thomas to his own apartment, back to the sideline for a no gain on 1st and goal. Maybe even a loss.
Yeah, it looks like he got a closer loss.
So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 8. Again, the double tight set. Wingo, the wide receiver, tight coverage at the top of your screen.
Tender, play action. Tender making some moves. Can he catch up to him? Can he catch up to him? No. Why he's jogging? It's too easy. Touchdown. Touchdown. Animals.
And he makes it look so easy, but let me tell you something. When Cal Bone is a free rusher coming off you after you off of a play action, there's nothing easy about this play that David Tender makes, but he makes it nonetheless.
Listen, Tender was jogging. Look at this.
Marketable, fast, and really calm under pressure.
Look right there. He's jogging. You can't tell me he's not running hard. He's jogging right there. That's a touchdown, sir.
Jogging or not, that's his first rushing touchdown of the day. He's got a passing touchdown, rushing touchdown, and they will go for the 2-point extra point conversion from the 10-yard line.
Tender's the type of guy. It's funny. Tender's guy, everything's under control. Guys, relax. I got it. Be cool. Everything's all right.
And they'll go
Peace.
with a back stack.
Everything's okay.
There's a motion off your screen. He'll probably be there in a second.
Tender, looking for that cross route again, and he's open. Whoa, good defense. Good defense. Again, when Tender throws that ball in the money, it's very tough to stop. Low accuracy, you're almost looking at a pick every time.
Yeah, but he's got to. If he's going to throw off balance, he's got to adjust. But that time, the Heathens make the stop and stop chaos. But listen, there's no stopping chaos. Gladiator Hybrid Fitness Training, the official hybrid fitness partner of the A7FL. Scan the QR code and download the app, and you could win a free month of training. Or for just $15 a month, you could sign up today and get the training you need to get better. And for premium supplements, LJ,
Yep.
use the code A7FL for 13% off supplements and performance gear at chaosgladiator.com.
Listen, weather's about to get nice. The beach is about to get, the weather's getting warm.
Yesterday it was a 31-degree day. Today we're at least at 54. The wind is blowing into the thrower David Tender's face, which were the exact weather situation that brought up that interesting throw off to start the game. But this time it's more than enough to get the requisite yards.
And here we go, folks.
And it's a muffed return.
Time to make a play.
Just
Try
like
to
Laura
cut back.
won.
Hey, gotcha. Hit that sideline, try to cut through. Another circle. He keeps hitting circle button. Cut through, speed through. Oh, Fumbalaya.
And David Tender
User strip.
does his Quattrell Huffin impersonation. And Lorwan's looking for a touchdown, cutting back, making the circle move, making some space. And David Tender wants none of the tackle. But he's an offensive player. He knows how to get his hands on the ball.
He didn't even go for the tackle. He's like, listen, man, this guy, he's not even holding on to that football. He's holding like it's a loaf of bread. Let me just reach for that one time.
And here's the key. He's got the ball in his right hand, and as he keeps running to the left side, the ball is right in position. Well, we got to get a couple more jukes in here. It's right in position.
Give me that. Give me that.
For Tender to take it. Easy pickings for the quarterback. And they get revenge for the other 3-on-1 that left them without the ball.
1st and 10, Tender back on offense. Play action. Another play action. Doing doubles and triples. Gain all that. Gain about 4. Listen,
And
keep everybody on your toes, though.
They go jet action, draw action, reverse, and they do get a decent amount of yardage there. So fun little play here.
Good question. You're a quarterback. Right now, call that huddle quickly.
I would call base, because that's their base formation.
No, but do it quickly, though.
Jet right action, fake draw, reverse left on one-on-one. Ready? 2nd and 5.
Oh, look at the blocking. Look at the blocking.
And that play call is simply
Touchdown.
Amari. You hand it to him, get out of his way, and let the man score 6. Touchdown, Amari Thomas.
Hey.
No easier play call than that.
Whoa. Hey. Man, the blocking. Look at this blocking. Sheesh.
And it's also the threat of David Tender makes those defensive linemen rush. And if you're not honest rushing in your lanes, you're going to give up an easy run in the A-gap. You ask me what that play call is? It's a touchdown. Just give it to Amari Thomas, get out of his way, and the rest will take care of itself.
Tell him all the time, the line of scrimmage is what makes the difference. Line of scrimmage is all
11:43 left in the second. It's already 18-0. Animals looking for another 2.
Tender.
And Tender is making 2 men fall.
Tender, wide open, good catch. What
And
a
finds
catch.
Joker in the end zone for 2. 20-0. Silk City takes the lead. Virginia Heathens looking for some answers. Excuse me.
There got to be someone's missing, or there got to be something different. You played a tougher opponent, in my opinion, last week, right? And you're down 20, Brody Corey?
Well, that's just the electric ability of David Tender, because a lot of these plays he's making, just simply better.
Wow.
So, for a lot of reasons, maybe you're going to look to our next sponsor and the things that are associated with this type of product.
Okay.
But if you're feeling sore, Kinetic Relief Premium CBD Sports Cream is exactly what you need when recovery matters. So it delivers fast, plant-based relief to keep you moving. And if you scan the QR code now, you can win a free sample or visit kineticrelief.com for more.
And here we go. Heathens got to get on the board. Is that Sharp Jr.?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Sharp Jr. Whoa! What?
And he looks like,
Oh, he got
unfortunately, his own move.
Oh, he got hurt.
That's Charles Sharp Jr. You saw the confidence he had on the return, but the extra move gets caught in the turf. That's a tough one. It has really nothing to do with the contact, nothing to do other than a little bit of a missed footing. And that's Charles Sharp Jr., again, Rastaman Flash, who also is the leader and organizer of this Heathens team.
Yeah, captain as well, right?
Yes, sir. So that's a tough one. See the staff for the Heathens going to help their guy out, Coach Ross, and the Heathens trying to take care of their guy. So hopefully he'll be able to get back up relatively soon. Not necessarily the type of injury you love to see. Definitely going to keep our eye on Charles Sharp Jr. Hope he gets back on the field soon.
Yeah, hopefully he gets back, because that's going to be a big blow for them to get back into this game.
Not only this game, but this season, if it's a big one. But more importantly, guys got to go to work soon. In the A7FL, we play a full contact, no pads version of tackle football. There's Charles Sharp getting up, with the help of his team actually getting carried off. This probably is a more serious injury than normal, but it is good for the fans to know that the A7FL, as far as contact injuries, is actually much safer for these athletes with no helmet. Guys play and tackle safe, but there's not any way to avoid all types of injuries, and that there was one of those freak ones.
Right.
With the usual escapability of Charles Sharp being one of his biggest assets when he got caught in the turf there. A tough one for the Heathens.
Listen, it happens all the time, especially, whether it's grass or turf. People blame the turf, they blame the grass, they blame the cleats. Did you tie tight? Did you get taped up But those are like one of those non-contact injuries that happens all the time.
High performance athletes are going to get into hypothetical issues when you're that quick, that agile, and you're putting your body into those intense pressure situations, stressing out the ligaments. But Lenny Heathens, with a little bit of an extra opportunity and maybe a little extra motivation to get back for his guy, they're struggling right now on offense mightily.
And defense.
And they're going to need they're going to need a big one.
Hold on, they're struggling on offense. They're struggling on defense. And they're struggling on special teams. Right? Marty, the big names, like when people think about the Heathens, they think about Marty and they think about Menzel. Big time players got to show up in these kind of moments. Big time players got to make the big time plays. That's all you got to do. It always starts with getting on the board. Give me 6, right?
Yeah, get it.
And chip away. You ain't got to throw a Hail Mary every time. Chip away. 6 here, 6 there. Give me a stop. And then back in this game. That's why I love football. Football is like, it's so crazy. Football is like, it's very similar to like Texas holding one good hand and you're good.
Yeah, and at least to get the momentum back in your favor, if it's Texas Hold'em, the Heathens are holding a short stack right now, so they're going to have to start going all in here and there.
Oh, yeah, they're
but to be fair, when you go all in, LJ, you got to have the cards, and right now it seems that the Animals do have the cards to finish the metaphor and beat it to death, LJ.
That's right, beat it to death. But Corey, here's the thing. Key thing is that it's not like we're watching like a team like last week, like the Renegades, right? Who at quarterback was, it's very tough to get back in. You got certain players on this team right now that can easily get back in this game. There's got to be some plays. They got to wake up.
And a quick update from around the league. Just loading in right now. skipping an ad, to be honest. To the Phantoms BIC game out in Lexington, Kentucky. Right now in the first quarter, they're about to throw off. It's 0-0. And here's a replay. You'll see when he goes down there, he almost immediately goes down. And one of the things they're talking about is what the ruling is going to be on the change of possession. Because fumbles, LJ, are not live to be returnable on the 3-on-1, because obviously the advantage is on incredibly unadvantageous in favor of the throw-off team with only with 3 guys to the 1. But change of possession is in play on the 3-on-1 if there is a fumble. So right now, not only could the Heathens lose a big-time player for them, but they could be losing possession, and the Animals might go back out onto the field. So with this little break in the action, we'd love to hear from you. And if you'd like to join our chat, visit youtube.com/the A7FL and subscribe now and never miss the hits, highlights, and the best chat in football. Sandtown Los 05 giving a crown to RTU for his play on that earlier 4th down.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Shout out to Light Vegas. Good morning to you as well.
1st and 10. Tender looking for that end zone. Oh, that pass is short. Incomplete. Second and 10.
Yeah, that same crossing route, when he's throwing off his back foot, he's missed on it 3 times now.
What crazy thing is that it's there every time. Like, it's there. Them DBs, whoever you go, you guys got to take that. You got to take the inside now. Force them to throw outside every time. Look at this.
So again, the ruling on the field is that it was a Charles Sharp fumble. That's why the Animals have the ball, and that play on first, incomplete. 2nd and 10, Animals with a 20-0 lead, 10:52 and counting in the second quarter. And LJ, they're just in as good a position to add to that lead as they've ever been.
That's right. Tender play action. Looking for that cross right up top. To the end zone up top. Chicken Boss, can he make that catch? What a D. Oh, dropped it for that money.
Man, it wasn't his own player, but the opposing
You
one.
might as well go to the car, sir.
And
It's
Izzy
done.
made the big-time play on the crossing route before, this time on the underthrown jump ball, drops the interception, but he does bring up the incompletion, and it'll be 3rd down. This is a dangerous throw from Tender, but I'm going to be honest with everybody at home. That should have been caught. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with everybody home. Last year, 2 years ago, LJ, that's a pass that David Tender makes a lot of the time, and it's completed a lot of the time, to his former favorite receiver, Manny Diaz, who was one of the best in this league at catching and tracking those lob jump balls. So far in this game, we've seen the big play from Robert Long. We've seen a lot of great plays from Amari Thomas on the ground, and David Tender showing what he can do. But with a lot left in this game and no limit, we'll talk about the limits that I see in the Animals pass game. But with our no-limit playoff game, David Tender wearing the biometric shorts gives you real-time data to train smarter and recover faster. Scan the QR code if you want to be like David Tender and be able to do it all.
3rd and 10. Tender, inside handoff. Oh, man.
There's the play call.
Wow, this is getting too easy. This is getting too easy.
Amari.
Touchdown. Animals. Touchdown. Animals. Okay. Hey. 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 They love that flex.
And that's the 2nd time he gets to flex. The 3rd touchdown, I believe, of this game. Oh, no, only 2nd touchdown for Amari Thomas, but still,
look at that blocking.
Just as easy on 3rd and 10. Look at the blocking indeed.
Some grown men out there. Just imagine for a second that you trying to get from one point to another. You got a grown man saying just pulling you and pushing you against your will, throw you on the floor. The level of disrespect.
The level of disrespect is enormous, and the Animals bring it every weekend.
Tender, looking for that jump ball. That's good.
And there's Larry Wingo.
Got it, Wingo.
Catching the fade. Great throw from Tender. Better body positioning from his wide receiver. Running the fade, getting the separation once the ball is in the air. And that'll convert another two-pointer to bring our score 28-0. This is just exactly how it's done.
28 zip.
See, in my prime, LJ, I make that throw every time.
Right.
In my prime, I never make the runs that David Tender can. So, answer your question, who's better?
That's right. Who?
Someone's evolved. Someone's evolved.
I didn't say about running. I said throwing. Well, obviously, we know Tender. Obviously, he's,
Well, let's hear it let's hear it from
now.
Trainer Steve. Because if I was to try to run like David Tender, I'd need to get Tape Me Up.
Definitely.
And athletes at every level trust Tape Me Up for professional athletic training and taping services. Ankles to cleats, Trainer Steve has you covered. TapeMeUp.net. And Keon Charles muffs it. And it's a live ball. He's still in bounds.
Keon Charles, can he get caught up? No. They're making here's the thing. Oh, my goodness. They're making too many mistakes. They're making too many mistakes. Too many. They call this knucklehead mistakes. Like inexperience, muff, allowed to get stripped. Guys just drove up here. No wonder the Animals only showed up with like 9 players.
It's unforced errors, and the pedal has been to the metal for the Animals since play 1. And after a lot of really bad plays that have gone for the Heathens, after starting the game off, LJ, with a free possession, it's been all Animals in this first half, and it just shows maybe that after that trip to Lexington, Kentucky last week, in which the Animals were down at half against the Phantoms, they've woken up for season 12 of the A7FL and have pretty much proven today that they are ready for what the rest of their season has in store.
Menzel, gotta be a hero. A quick screen over here. Trying to get cut back. None of that. None of that. None of that. Looks like he lost yards on that one.
Yeah, the key to the quick screen is to get some blocking in front of the receiver. The best quick screen players and teams always give their wide receiver a couple of steps of space. The throw's there, the catch is there, but with no blocking, it's just a wasted play call for the Heathens and Lenny Heathens.
This is not the same.
There's nobody in front of him.
Listen, this is not the same Lenny we saw last week. If you would have talked to, listen, I know we sometimes say let's do a pick, whatever. I like especially when they had the ball first, because they get the ball in the second half, right? So it's not over. I'm just saying, but like when they got the ball off that fumble, I'm liking the Heathens.
Yeah, they started the game off as well as you can.
Yes.
And since the Animals have dominated in every sense of the term.
Menzel fakes it. Incomplete.
And they go back-to-back quick screen and then quick screen fake and go. That's right out of my playbook. But not that close in succession. One of the things we talked about pregame, myself and Zach, actually, LJ, before we started talking, was Lenny is athletic. He throws a great ball, but one of the things I think he's struggled with in this league is when he's in these situations, what plays do you call to give your playmakers the ball in space? And after those 2 play calls, evident here why they're 3rd and 14, and at least so far today, down 28-0.
3rd and 14, Menzel trying to use some legs. That's a good pass. That's good. Oh, man. The ball looked good. The route looked good. Incomplete.
And you see the frustration from the wide receiver, Keon Charles. He expected the ball a little bit more on the money. Really couldn't adjust to it. Even Robert Long looked like a better intended receiver. But really the play is made right here by the up front defense for the Animals, getting the pressure on Lenny almost instantly. And when you're that close to your own goal line and a safety, Lenny gets rid of the ball, gives his receiver a chance, but doesn't get it there, and this will be a throw-off.
And here we go. Through to the 50.
Not a bad throw from Lenny to make sure that he limits the damage on the field position change. But the Animals really haven't struggled anywhere on the field except for maybe throwing the ball downfield a little bit. You see Truth, number 24, in the backfield, getting switched out for Jeff LaPera. Some might leave it to Beaver. Wally Cleaver himself.
You know, if he goes in the game on offense, he's getting that ball.
He's in right now at running back. Normally, the solid linebacker playing the up back in an interesting formation that looks like a David Tender run situation. But here he is dropping back to pass.
Tender. Deep pass. Good. Oh, man, he's not even making attempts. With a comeback route, he's having fun. Get some blocking. Touchdown! Silk City.
And that was a great throw. On time, curl comeback route. And the move from the wide receiver gives him plenty of space. And what was a bloodbath turns bloodier. And all David Tender has to do is buy himself enough time to give his receiver the chance to make the break. And once he makes the catch, Izzy is nowhere near close enough to make a tackle.
Yeah,
these have been some of the easiest touchdowns I've seen the Heathens defense give up in a couple of seasons. And this isn't a shutdown defense from the Heathens at all, by any means. But certainly, they've been doing better than this. And here's another jump ball for Wingo.
Oh, Wingo almost had that one.
And he makes the adjustment. The corner's looking for offensive pass interference.
Always. The corners, when you down 34 zip, you're always looking for something.
Or
ref, what's that, ref?
They're looking for that, or
what's that, ref?
They're looking to do the straps on a poorly thrown ball.
Yeah.
This is another perfectly thrown fade route. Little bit of a push there, but you got to make the catch. And Wingo 1 for 2. And Chaos Gladiator, they never miss. And that's why they're our official hybrid fitness partner here at the A7FL. So first, use A7FL at chaosgladiator.com to get premium supplements and performance gear. Or, better yet, get your phone out, scan the QR code, download the app, and win a chance for a free month of training. Or for only $15 a month, you get your own personal fitness training schedule to play like David Tender and the Animals have so far in this first half. That's chaosgladiator.com for more. Or scan the QR code for the app.
34 zip.
We're at 34, so this clock is ticking even on the untimed down.
Look at it. What is
and Tender is trying to get marketed. He's Mr. Marketable.
Mr. Marketable.
And here's Lord One. He fumbled before.
Lord One, you got to make a play, Lord One. We need to make you there we go. Come on, Lord One. Ah!
And if the Animals were down, they'd get the ball back, but they are certainly far from down. And they get the Heathens down inside the 15.
Listen, everybody likes the underdog. I like the underdog. Everybody roots for the underdog. They're the huge underdog right now. You're the 34 zip underdog right now. I need a play right now from Menzel.
Well, and
it's got to come through one time.
What a lot of the players in the A7FL talk about and say, either in the chats or in person in these conversations after games, is that, well, I need to be featured more for my team on offense, or I need to be in more for defense. Well, these are the games in which we can find out if those guys that have a lot to say and talk can do more than just say it.
Yeah.
One of those guys, not that he talks a lot, but a guy looking to make an impact.
Is who?
Greek Beast, we've seen him a lot of times make some big plays for certain teams here and there.
Nah,
and now he's in for the Heathens.
We've been waiting for him.
And Letty's going to look to hand the ball off to Douglas.
To ask you a question, why is Marty not getting the ball? Is he hurt?
Well, we've seen him on defense. We've seen him as one of the better ball carriers for the Heathens.
Correct.
Douglas so far looks like he has a little bit of a juice. Here is the bigger back here, number 28. The big guy.
So you're not going to change nothing, Corey? You'll keep running the same plays with the same people? You tell me you're not going to change nothing?
Lenny's not.
You getting smoked 34 zip.
Under a minute here. 34-0.
No, not nothing. Zip.
Nada. And they'll have a matchup one-on-one, Rob Long against the Greek Beast.
Menzel. Try and get a lucky play. Is that a pick? That is a
and
pick.
Rob Long
he's not
comes
take
off a man coverage all the way across the field.
He'll do it. He's having fun. Touchdown.
And that's his third catch of the game. Only one from his own team. 2 have been from Hedrick, and 1 for the touchdown here.
I was literally just about to say, you know what? Yeah, that wouldn't be a good thing to throw a pick 6 right now.
And that's why maybe they went with the run play.
Look at this.
And the big thing here is Rob Long is in man coverage on the other side of the field and completely leaves his man because he's just watching the eyes of Manziel. And when Manziel throws the ball off target anyway, nothing they can do. Here's the extra point.
The tender.
And this will be the last play of the half. What a move.
Who is that guy? I got to give him a name. 24, I like him. 24.
Here's the interception again, and 24 had the pressure on the interception.
I can't be mad at Manziel. That pressure's
Rob
coming.
Long, 2 picks.
Why you don't give me a little high step right
Big
there?
catch. And a defensive touchdown for the Animals in this first half. And although the Heathens make the stop, they don't make it on the first one here.
Look at 24. He always makes the first guy miss. Look.
Whoop.
Hey! I want to do a segment. Every first guy that misses.
Hey, that's your job. And listen, it's been a rough one for the Heathens so far. That's why they're going to go to our sponsor, Kinetic Relief, for that fast plant-based relief at halftime. Because they need something to keep them moving. So if you're at home and not on the sideline for the Heathens, maybe even if you are on the sideline for the Heathens,
yeah,
everybody's got their phone. You can scan the QR code now and win a free sample of premium CBD sports cream. Or look at the website, kineticrelief.com, for more plant-based relief. That's kineticrelief.com. Halftime here, LJ, 40-0.
Sheesh.
Animals looking dominant as they ever have. Will the Heathens find a way to put some points on the board? We'll find out in the second half. And we are back. And listen, if you're watching this game at home from one of the many beautiful places in this country that have yet to see an A7FL franchise, and you think you can compete against great players like David Tender and great teams like the Animals, well, go to A7FL.com/owners, put your money where your mouth is, and bring a team to your city. A7FL.com/owners. If you think you can ball, bring a team to your city. And stop just being one of those internet guys that talks.
I was just about to say that. Everyone says, what are you talking about? Me and my friends, we graduated back in the summer of 2001. We'll get
I played rugby and lacrosse. I can play this.
Rugby. But 40 zip starting the second half. Finally, Marty on the 3-on-1 kickoff, of the 3-on-1 throw off. Here we go, Marty. Second half has to belong to the Heathens.
And there's David Tender having some fun.
And here we go, folks.
With the wind. Launches this one.
Oh, I know Marty's upset.
Out of the back of the end zone. And we saw what Marty can do.
Yep.
On returns to people who've got work on a Monday.
But my thing,
let's be honest.
But my thing is that I'm gonna be that guy that said, don't give Marty the 3-on-1 throw off you down 40 zip. Give it to him with a zip. Or give him the ball when you're in the red zone when it's 0-0.
And if you are the Heathens, LJ, that's one of the things you've been saying. Is that what you try to focus on? Is get the guys the ball that you know you can trust in the second half?
You said the Greek guy ain't touched. I'll be honest with you, I don't even know he's on a roster.
Yeah, I haven't seen him
Is he playing
make a
offensive
play
line?
so far yet for the Heathens. More like a tight end wide receiver. You've seen Keon Charles last week make a couple plays against the U.
You can't call yourself Greek beast and not make plays, Corey. I'm just saying, man. They gotta do some soul searching. They gotta listen to the Rambo soundtrack, just instrumentals on the way home. It's
Rambo,
a long
Rocky,
road.
something.
Menzel. Okay, Marty, here we go. Marty makes plays, guys. Marty makes plays. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I be talking about.
And if he doesn't step out of bounds, he could have put points up on the board, hypothetically. Not a lot of red in front of him, mostly green field. But luckily for the Animals, he steps out after a really good gain on first, which will bring up a second and about 4.
This was their bread and butter last week, Corey. Getting Marty involved in that play. He's strong, he's fast, he's elusive. Get him involved.
And not a lot of guys want to tackle a guy like that in the open field when he's got a full head of steam. And more importantly, Lenny was able to get the ball out of his hands and into one of his playmakers. And on first down.
You said Marty was up here earlier. You said, how does he say hello, Corey?
Hey, guys, give me the ball. I'm trying to truck somebody. If I'm driving all the way up here, I'm looking to bring the pain.
2nd and 4, Menzel. Oh, finally Greek, but they hid. They are hid. None of that.
And you see the extra bit of effort because this is a former Animal, and those are his former teammates. And a lot going back and forth. I'm not sure.
He's gone.
If Wally Cleaver is going to need to get some soap in his mouth.
Wally Cleaver's gone.
That's a great tackle. He should have just left it at that.
Yeah. And that's why I tell what they say football is 1% mental, right?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think someone once said that 50% of the game is half mental.
Look at you.
That was Yogi Berra. He was talking about baseball. And Jeff LaPera, I believe, is going to be ejected from this game.
You have 40 zip making boneheaded mistakes like that, Corey?
It's not a smart decision. It's not a smart, just it says water boy on his back. We all know the Adam Sandler movie he's referencing. If you don't know Adam Sandler's body of work, you might think that's a negative.
Ladies and gentlemen, Corey Hammond is so cold-blooded. He is so disrespectful.
What did you say about my mama?
That's a terrible water boy. I haven't seen the movie recent enough to have done a good one. That's some high-quality H2O.
That's a good one.
That's a better one.
That's a good one right there.
But either way, it's a bad play and 15 yards on the penalty. So where Greek Beast doesn't get the yards on the catch, he gets the yards with the irritation factor.
That's right.
So making a play one way or another. And LJ, that's the first down, I believe, of the game.
Sheesh.
for the Heathens.
Listen, got the momentum. You're not saying the Heathens don't got the momentum.
I am either making that up because it's felt like forever, or if that's real, that's bad.
Good blocking. Now Greek is trying to play. Look at Greek. Look at the Greek blocking. Look at the Greek blocking. Look at the Greek blocking. He's not giving up. Now he's woken up. See, this is the thing. Don't wait until you get knocked upside your head when you're down 40 zip to be woke up here.
And they had the Greek Beast on that crack block motion.
Yep.
He's able to seal the edge somewhat, but pretty big play here. Looks like from Nick Mays scraping to finish off the powerful runner in Marty. If it wasn't Nick Mays, the mean machine, on his back trying to bring him down, there's probably a pause somewhere.
There is plenty of pause. Let's chill.
If it was anybody else, Marty might have been able to truck right through that tackle. But otherwise, the Animals hold for a 2-yard gain. And Lenny with a 2nd and 8. Twins at the bottom of your screen.
2nd and 8. Menzel got to make a play soon. Drops back. Instant pressure. Instant pressure. Bow! None of that. Menzel, you ain't going to be on the highlights this week. None of that.
And it's almost instantaneous. This Animals defensive line is getting through. And really that answers one of the big questions maybe we had about this Animals team. They lost a big-time performer this year to BIC. On defense, LJ, not just offense. In Trey Baskerville.
Look at
but
this.
you see the addition of Nick Mays, the unit all working together. Even Brian Santantistaban getting in there, making a sack. Brings up a big 3rd and 13 for the Heathens.
Here's the problem, and I see the problem already. Problem is that the Heathens got big, like, NFL-style linemen, and they got a slick.
If you watch the feet of the linemen, if they don't move, they're not making any kind of block.
Menzel deep pass. What a catch, what a catch, what a catch, what a catch. First down, Heathens.
And Izzy had dropped on defense the interception that time. Lenny's able to get him the ball quick. He doesn't look to make the juke. He just plants his foot, delivers the pass on time, and Izzy was wide open on the cross route. Here he is. Plants that foot, lets it go. And another first down for the Heathens.
I'm going to say it because I know the fans in Virginia are saying it. Every down, don't matter if it's first down or 4th down, there is instant smoke. It's as if they got like it's like a glitch play. It's somebody's always getting a direct shot to Lenny.
Well, first it's the formation. They're sending forward.
Come on, Marty.
And here's Marty.
Come on, Marty. Come on, Marty.
Accelerates downfield.
What a run. What
Takes
a run
a man with him, another 3.
Keep telling you that's a grown man out there, ladies and gentlemen. That's a grown man out there.
And this is the best drive so far in the game for the Heathens. 3 first downs.
I'm so mad they went into 40 zip right now. You got to give that man the ball. Look at this.
And they go with the same motion. The Animals actually cheat on the motion, assuming it's the toss. It's a counter. And once Marty's in the open field, he's one of the worst guys to run into.
Listen, Corey, they got these 350-pound linemen. You got to run that rock.
Well, what the Animals are doing is it looks like every play they're bringing 4. So one of those guys is a free rusher.
Lenny, got to make a play, Lenny, too. Don't cost your team. Oh, there you go. Good way to avoid the sack there.
And he gets the ball out just in time to an area close enough to receiver to avoid the intentional grounding.
That's right.
A veteran play from the quarterback there to avoid the loss. But again, insane pressure every down in Lenny's face. If nobody's open right away, he's just got to hold on for dear life.
Listen, the linemen that they have, again, is power running game linemen. They're not. They can't. You cannot expect them to hold those. They got DBs at the line of scrimmage. Look at this, playing D-line. Look at Marty. Well, you guys know Marty runs that hard. He runs that rock. Look like he got back to the line of scrimmage, original line of scrimmage. Gain. Looks like 3rd and about 7 there.
And a lot of times Marty will be stopped on a run, but not a lot of times will he be brought to the ground. Again, the toss is kind of nullified for only about 2 yards, but takes everything in the Animals' defensive line and linebackers to get him out of bounds. You see the strength of Marty to the apartments when he has the ball and is running downfield. But it'll bring up another 3rd and 8. Again, this is 4-down territory, so the Heathens can just chip away and make it a manageable 4th. But if they choose to pass, the pressure will be on.
Menzel, instant pressure. Look, just instant pressure, running for his life. How do you... Boom! Disrespectful. So disrespectful.
And even when Lenny goes to get the edge immediately, it's Lucas on the pressure, playing that defensive end edge rusher spot exceptionally well on third down.
Look at this. Listen, you cannot expect... They got DBs at D-line. That's cheat code. You can't do that, sir. That's
and
illegal.
Once upon a time, maybe 2016, Lenny Heathens had the speed to get that corner and make a play. But that was 10 years ago. And a lot of us, including present company.
They're not even... Here's the thing, Corey. They're not even blitzing. The offensive linemen of the Heathens outweigh the D-line like 150 pounds.
Well, they are
them.
bringing the extra man, which means that Lenny has to come up for it. But it's more than one guy in pressure every time. Here's a throw downfield to Charles.
Is that a touchdown? Ooh, good
And it's
defense.
knocked away at the last second.
Good defense.
Body
indeed.
animals. That's Pluck Turner, another Baltimore guy on Silk City. And that's great coverage on Keon Charles. Well-thrown ball there from Lenny.
Good pass.
Looked like it could have been a touchdown. And we'll see her on the replay. At the last second, Pluck Turner plucks it out. Maybe that's where he got the name.
Plucky.
Oh, he almost had the pick.
He almost had the pick.
Lays it like an egg.
Sheesh.
I was wondering where that football went. Third quarter, 4:52. Silk City looking to widen the score.
If you guys know anything about Patterson, they run up scores, cold-blooded, tender. Quarterback sweep to the left, give him some blocking, out of bounds. He ducked the smoke from Wheeler.
They go with a design quarterback run, the running back in the backfield. Looks like Truth, who's had a really impressive kind of debut. Not sure if I've seen him on games of the week earlier in his career. I mean, to be fair.
24 is the one I was telling you.
Yeah.
They got to find a way to get him the ball.
And he's out there making blocks on the touchdown.
He makes you move. He makes you miss the first play. Oh, good pass. What a pass.
His
What a
quick
pass. Good
screen.
blocking. Hey, good blocking.
Larry Wingo.
Wheeler with the tackle. And that's one thing. That's another thing too about the Heathens. Wheeler had a big game last week. Slowed down in the second half, but in the first half he was making some huge plays. Wheeler today shelved himself. Couldn't get there today. Tender, shotgun again, looking for that deep ball. Great catch. Right back line. Whoa!
That's a live ball.
Whoa!
That's a little.
Not it. What? Little what? What do you call that?
I'll say ambitious.
Little ambitious.
Ambitious, a little bit too much.
I call it a little Patterson U-ish.
Yeah, a little showboatish.
Yeah. If you guys have never been at Patterson, New Jersey, if you ever played a team, basketball, football, whatever, you guys know it don't matter. We run it up the score.
And if he gets it back to Tender, that could be a play. The problem is when you play pitchy, woo-woo. As the great Scott Van Pelt will say, there's a timeout called from the Animals. They're going to talk about it on 4th and 5.
What'd you say? What was that? What'd you say?
You know,
You're referencing something. I got to refer.
Scott Van Pelt, right, for the Late Night Sports Center, he calls the last play pitchy, woo-woo.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the scene from Life where you say you're not pitchy woo-woo on a job.
Oh, listen, in all of these situations,
With
as
Eddie
we're
Murphy.
talking about, you need Take Me Up. So if you're trying to win on a last-second play, pitching it to your friends, or just trying to make sure you're safe for a game, Trainer Steve, takemeup.net, or scan the QR code for professional athletic training services for athletes of all sports and ages. Take Me Up.
3rd and 5, Tender. Up 40 zip against Virginia Heathens.
And on 4th and 5, they go for it.
Wow.
And they go speed option, and here's Tender.
Tender, making it look too easy. Tender got that speed. He's going to cut back in the middle of that lane. You can't get there. Tender still going. Willie can't get there. Stevens can't get there. Cut back, throw him over. Oh, to the 10. Wow.
And when the Heathens need to make a stop for less than 5 to get the ball back, it's Tender for about 55. And the best part about this play
That's irritating.
is not this part. It's that when he gets to the sideline, 9 out of 10 players in the A7FL will go out of bounds here.
That's right.
Nope. Cuts it back.
I want more.
Gets another 35 on the big-time run. Bringing up 1st and 10. Ball on the 10. 11. As the clock continues to tick down in this third. And LJ, one of the things that makes this amazing to me, the David Tender experience.
You can see he's low-key smiling right now.
On 4th down, did he have good blocking on that play?
Listen,
There's 2 guys in the backfield,
he's making it happen.
and yet somehow he still gets the 55 yards.
I would say, if you ask me if he had good blocking, the DNs, they overcommitted. Because now, look, all he had to do was go, and usually they put your heaviest guy in the middle, not athletic, at D tackle, nose tackle, whatever you want to call it, and he just went off to the races.
Say what you want about Wheeler. He's there at the end of the play from the defensive tackle position. Not known for his speed.
Silk City back in the red zone, Tender, shotgun set. Got some time. Dumped it over here. This my man missed the first play. Woo! Hey, got the speed. And he caught him up. I told you guys, number 24, the truth. Everyone misses the first play. It don't matter what's going on. The first guy's not tackling him.
And he'll tell you nothing but as he releases for the check down. And this is why David Tender is so dangerous. He keeps the play alive, but his eyes downfield. And if you over-pursue,
The first guy.
you're going to leave somebody open.
And here we go, number 11. Oh, ran him over. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Silk City.
That's Larry Trey Wingo, and maybe that's not a SportsCenter top 10 play, but it'll put 6 more up on the board for Patterson.
Listen, if I'm a family member of the Heathens.
And David Tender goes for the handoff there.
Shotgun set. Oh, good. Wow, good defense.
One of the best plays we've seen from a
Yes.
Heathens player. Gets his hand out, stops the extra point, and with 1:34 and counting, Animals 46, Heathens still with the nada.
Nada.
Not day nada,
Let me ask you a
which
question.
they'll take.
Let me ask you a question. Give me 5 to 6 ways of saying 0 right now.
Nil.
Uh-huh.
Nothing
What else
with
you got?
F's.
What else you got?
Zilch.
Okay, so say, what is this? Oh, wait.
And Kinetic Relief Sports Cream. Listen, for $0, if you scan the QR code right now, you can win a chance for 0. Free.
For not $1.
That is not another word. For not. For free. So scan the QR code, get your premium CBD sports cream and plant-based relief. Kinetic Relief.
Listen,
.com.
at this point, Ethan, somebody got to make a play. I'm waiting for you guys.
And here's Izzy. Saw him made the catch, made some defensive plays.
Hey! Izzy! Izzy! Izzy!
And he isn't.
He isn't.
You said, is he? He isn't.
He isn't.
And the worm
He
with
is-
the assist.
He is not, sir.
30 and ticking. You've noticed if the clock is still running at this point, it's for the benefit of the Heathens as they trot out onto the field for maybe the last play of this game.
Corey, quick question. What's the worst you've ever lost in this league? You ever been down 46-zip?
I threw for 3 touchdowns in a game that was in Baltimore against the Cobras, and I came back after the second touchdown. Somebody stepped on my foot. I later learned it was a stress fracture, broken foot.
Okay.
Backup quarterback goes in there, 4 and out. I come back, throw a touchdown pass to get to 21.
What's the score?
The final score was 70-21.
So what is the sideline saying
Cobras
right now?
against the Renegades in the Elite 8.
Okay, we love all that, but I want to know what the sideline's saying right now. Right now, what do you think the Heathen sideline's saying down right now? 2 seconds left in the third, down 46-zip.
Well, they're trying to get on the board because the worst way to leave an A7FL game is with nothing on the board, nothing to show for it. Even my Boston team scored every game but 1.
You telling me I came all the way up here for nothing?
Well, you came to see David Tender, Mr. Marketable, play the game of football.
Come on, Lenny!
Lenny, Marcel, Keon Charles, and the Greek Beast. And this could be the last play of the game.
Let's see what they do here.
No mas.
Nah,
The Heathens.
they're not going to do it.
They're going to shake hands because this one was so much Animals.
No.
Oh, timeout, Animals.
Timeout,
Excuse
Animals.
me.
Right.
So we'll get a little bit of an encore for this Animals team as some of the players are looking to their fans and waving.
Can you at least at this point educate the fans on the mercy rule?
The mercy rule is time to pack up and get out of here. It's 42 at the start of the 4th. If you can't get there, well, you can't get no run.
Or like my man Big Rob would say, damn!
Or that noise.
Menzel finally uses his legs, Menzel.
that noise. And that will end it.
Sheesh.
And what we thought could have been an exciting game for the Heathens to prove something. It was the Animals putting the league on notice.
Hey, I was entertained. I don't care. 46
Silk City with 46, Virginia with 0. And I could already hear it now. Oh, well, my guys could have done better. Well, prove it. A7FL.com/owners. If you think you could play on this field against these teams, no pads, full contact, all action, bring a team to your own city, get your guys ready to go. I'm talking to North Carolina and you, Mr. Beast.
That's right.
A7FL.com/owners.
Stop ducking that smoke.
And you too could be like these Animals and Heathens. So for our 1 o'clock game, that's all she wrote. And she certainly wrote a lot of favorable things about the Animals today. For Robert Long and David Tender. For myself, Corey Hammond. But most importantly, for LJ Smith,
Yes,
Zach,
sir.
and Mason.
Good game.
This has been game 1. So tune in at 4 for more. And especially for Huff.